Hello, everyone. Cat's been fed. It's time for another edition of Tryhard Gaming with me, OK HTV. I do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but it is still quite a bit of sadness. Let's talk. As some of you may know, may have heard, one of my beloved kitty cats died. We had to euthanize her. Sardine! Daddy sweet baby. So I've been off for a few weeks because of that. Anyone who knows me knows that my cats mean an awful lot to me. And yeah, Sardine, she had a kidney disorder. She was probably not born with, but when she was young, as she was developing, one of her kidneys didn't develop. I think maybe because of a kidney stone or some such thing. Anyway, so yeah, she was 11 years old. Oh, it's interesting. Is that supposed to be? Oh yeah, that's how I turn the lights on and off. Interesting. That's kind of a crappy way of doing it. Anyway. So yeah, she was getting, for the last 6 months or so, she had been, not eating, going through bouts of not eating. Then we'd switch food and she'd start eating again, and then she'd, go through another bout of not eating, and they came more frequent. And she started rejecting more and more food. We had her, brought her in, did all kinds of tests like 3 months ago. Checked her kidney values, checked x-rays and ultrasounds and all kinds of stuff. And her levels are fine 3 months ago. And then a month or so ago, she started again not wanting to eat. And then eventually it got to the point where she wouldn't eat anything. So we were going to make an appointment to take her to an internist to see why she wasn't eating. And but then she wouldn't eat, stopped eating completely. And so I took her to the place with the internist called. Specialist called. They have also have an urgent care emergency room, and so we took her there, and they rechecked her kidney levels, and they showed very late stage kidney failure. So we brought her home the next day. I brought her home the next day, and the regular vet came over, and we did the thing we had to do. So I'll be talking about her probably throughout, and so yeah, I've finally recovered enough that I can actually do a stream. So I'm doing a stream, and you know what? This isn't my Let's Play. You see that sign there? That sign is a lie. No, this is not my Adventures in Tryhardia Let's Play. This is my creative world. Some of you may have seen this before. Why am I here? Well, it's my creative world. I'm going to do creative stuff. As the title will say, the title of the stream or the VOD and or the YouTube, whichever one you're watching, I'm going to design a creeper farm. my intention in my world was to do a mob farm, and here's the general mob farm design that I had. Anyway, here was the mob farm that I designed and I built in my world, and it worked terribly because I put it in a bad place, and I didn't realize how bad that would be. So I have to rebuild it, and I'm still actually playing in 1.18 because I'm waiting to go into my world until the first patch release after 1.19, which was going to be which we suspected was going to be last Tuesday, and it wasn't. It's going to be maybe this coming Tuesday. Anyway, but one of the things that they fixed is the mobs, hostile mobs, any mobs, I guess, are supposed to not despawn if they take damage. Even if they're if they're between 32 and 128 blocks away, they're not supposed to despawn. They will despawn at random. They won't, over 128 blocks, they automatically despawn. Between 33 and 128 blocks, they despawn at random, but they're not supposed to do that if they're taking damage. And that made some farms less efficient because while they were taking damage, in case, they're dying from whatever those things are there, magma blocks, they would suddenly despawn, and so you would lose some efficiency. So they fixed that, which is good. Problem is that in my world, I counted on that behavior to take care of the witches, because the witches, you can't kill witches with just magma blocks. They will heal too fast. Now, I could have set up what's it called? A trident killer. But the problem with the trident killer is, well, one, all I really need is gunpowder. That's why I'm setting this all up. And two, the problem with the trident killer is then I get a whole bunch of junk items, because I'm going to have a lot of zombies and skeletons that have armor, and I don't want that armor. So I'd have to set up an item filter, which is the kind of thing you see here. And an item filter is pretty easy to set up, but then I have chests and chests and chests of single items, and I don't want to have to go through all that. I want to keep it simple. And I realized all I really want is gunpowder. So rather than getting a whole bunch of other things that I don't need, I'm just going to set up a creeper farm. And then if I end up wanting to do a witch farm, I can do a witch farm. And if I want skeletons and zombies, eventually I'll find mob spawners for those. But I don't need those. I got plenty of... I don't have anything to trade the zombie flesh for at this point. So anyway, so I'll set up the mob farm when I need to set up the mob farm, if I want to set up a mob farm. But meanwhile, the whole reason for doing the mob farm was to get gunpowder so that I could go to the end and get some wings and be able to fly around with the wings, because I don't have the wings yet, the Elytra. I've been putting it out for a long time. So, what I'm going to do is, long story short, long story long, short story long is probably, should be my middle name. I guess that's more than one name. Anyway, so the idea is to build a creeper farm, creeper only farm. So I got some tests to do. I've watched some videos. I have an idea of, a decent idea of the kind of thing I want to do. But first of all, I'm going to test some stuff, and then I'm going to try to design it. So I'll design it right here in front of everyone. You get to see how incompetent I am or am not. Okay, let's, first of all, I got to do some tests. That should be enough for there. We'll do some comparison tests here. Because the designs, actually, let me move it out one more. This is the design that is this is the basis of the design that's suggested. That I have buttons. Basically, there's rings of these things. Okay? And should I build a pit for these things so they don't run away? That's probably a good idea. I'm going to have some creepers falling off here. I want them to not run around while I'm doing this. Come on, sheep. You don't have much. You're not going to have a fun time here. Hopefully this will work. Yes, I know. This is an awful lot of work just for a quick little test. I could have just killed the creepers as soon as I had the chance. Anyway, most of these mob farms, they use the fact that creepers. I'm telling you, sheep, you're not going to enjoy it in there. Alright. Suit yourself. So creepers will wander around. The idea is creeper will spawn here. Oh, I actually made that kind of even, I think. More or less. And I'm just going to put a creeper egg down to demonstrate. Creepers will spawn here, and then they will walk off. And they will walk off. They'll start to walk. They'll see the trapdoors. They'll think that the trapdoor is a block they can walk on, and boop, down they go. But this uses more materials than I would like. It has a trapdoor, and these are in big rings. You'll see when we actually get to doing the thing. These are in big rings, but this is the essential of it, and then a block and another course, etc. And the reason that these are here, the buttons are here, is because you have to put buttons every so often so that spiders don't spawn. And then what you do is you have a 2-block gap so that they can spawn. And then over their head is a trapdoor. And now creepers will spawn in this space, but zombies won't spawn. Let's actually do this for real. So I gotta verify they won't walk. Zombies won't spawn. Nothing else will spawn because they're too tall. Except for spiders. The only other thing that can spawn in that size space, besides a creeper, is a spider. And if you put an obstruction, they won't spawn. Because the spider will look, can I spawn here? And then no matter where it looks, there's going to not be enough room for spider spawn, because they're 2x2 wide rather than the 1x1 that creeper is. So that's how that works. But now, so we put a creeper here. Eventually, he decides he wants to move, and whatever direction he decides to move, he falls off. Okay. Now, I see that, and I'm already thinking, So this allows them to move and die. Apparently, they do not like to walk on buttons, which is, I was not sure of that. But can I? What I want to see is, can I use slabs instead of buttons? Let's see. You did walk diagonally off of that button, and can I just slabs take up less materials than buttons. They don't look as nice, but they take up less materials than buttons, because it's a half a plank to the slab rather than the button. And then the other thing is, rather than needing to do this all around, is it just as efficient to do it that way? And see, he starts to walk, but then stops. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, see, yeah, this is not working. Interesting. Okay. So, if I make these buttons, does that matter? Will he walk then, or will he still... Let's make these buttons and try it with still just the single trapdoors. And I saw from this over here that he does hesitate because there isn't a lot of room. Yeah, see, he's not... Let's see. I think I'm going to have to do it this way. Yep, now he starts to walk in the diagonal. Okay. So that's how it's going to have to be. Going to have to use more material. I was thinking maybe I could save myself on some materials if I only had to use every other one being trapdoors, and I could use plank or slabs instead of buttons. But apparently buttons is the way to go, trapdoors is the way to go. The other thing I wanted to avoid is this kind of, if you accidentally hit the button, it'll open up the trapdoors. Anyway, so we'll do it that way. That's the traditional way. They kill these creepers. Ah, you. Come back here. Avast ye. All right. So, now let's actually try to build this thing. I want to try to build it before I do it in my world. One is my world. To do it, I'm going to have to... I want to get an idea of how much materials I need, and when I do it in my world, I'm going to have to use scaffolding, and I have to set up a nether portal, because this is going to be way, way up in the air. I'm going to be sitting at 128 or something like that, or more than 128, 192 over the ocean, which is the only way this will work efficiently. Anyway, so, all right, test done. I do have to do it the way that I thought. We're going to just be, like I said, very casual today. I've been gone for quite some time. Okay. So, these are the chunks. These are here. This is actually going to go out to 10. So that's 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10. Yep, I'll still have room. 9, 10. And 9, 10. I'm saying 9, 10 because it's from the central area. Oh, I have buttons to pick up. Okay. So let's see, how How many blocks did I do this? I'll do it up the same amount, I guess. Okay. So I'm at 10 and it's over my head. Okay. So that's there. Yes, okay. And I have, you might see I have structure blocks here. I had these here before, so I could copy that thing and just paste it. So I'm going to do the same thing just for the roof. But the idea is to have a water catch. They're gonna walk off. They're gonna land in the water. The water is gonna funnel them down in the middle, and then from that middle where the water funnels them down, it's gonna look identical to that over there. So first thing I'm gonna do here is build the water trap. Okay. And yes, I'm doing this much slower than I need to. I'm in creative mode. I can go wild. And this is going to be wall, just all the way up, but it's going to actually be where are you? It's going to actually be mostly glass. For the demo here, it's going to be glass. Yeah, the size will be glass. I'll leave that like it is. Obviously, it won't be tempered or tinted glass in the actual version I build, because there's no need, and that stuff's expensive. And what it's going to be instead is blue wool. Camouflage it. All right, let's switch out to this stuff. Close enough. Pick block. And for now, just gonna put this up a little. Why can I not place that? Interesting. So I'm here. Weird. Why wasn't it letting me do that? I want to test the water and all that stuff. I think this is right. The reason this is 10-10 is because the rings are going to go out to 8, and then I need room on the side for them to walk off. So I need 9, and these numbers are from the center, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. It's 16 by 16 is going to be the spawning area, the chunk border. This is the type of thing that I would do on my own, not on camera, but since I am waiting until 1.19 comes out, or 1.19.10 comes out. I'm doing 1.19.0 right now. And there are bugs that I would like to avoid. If its potential, this creative world would have gaps in it. For example, there was a nasty bug. So, because I built underneath 0, 0, under the bedrock in places, a weird bug. So, I do not ever jump into the new version because there's almost always... I play the Bedrock version, in case you don't know, which is why I'm saying 10 and not 1. And this actually should go up here in the corners as well. Bedrock is affectionately known, or not so affectionately known, as Bug Rock for a reason. Because it's a little buggy. And it's a more complicated, more difficult development language to work with. And to try to match the development speed that they have on Java, they need a larger team. And if you don't know anything about programming, you know that the more people you add, the longer it takes. It's like programming is like cooks. You don't get more efficiency by having too many cooks in the kitchen. You get less efficiency. I remember I worked for decades as a software engineer. And I remember I had a manager once who was a civil engineer before he became a manager for software. And he did not understand the software development process. And so he kept thinking, he behaved in a way that was appropriate for building bridges and digging ditches, where you want something done twice as fast, you know, add more people to it. And you double the size. When you're digging ditches or painting houses, it's not completely linear, but for the most part, you add more people. You double the number of people, you can paint twice as fast, or dig ditches twice as fast. This is not the case for software. Software is a complex system that is not amenable to just adding more people linearly to get more efficiency. A lot of people do not understand that, and they think, wait a minute. Oh, I gotta go one farther, don't I? Now I'm gonna have to get out my sponges. Actually, I had to go like that, because that's the wall. I was not thinking clearly. I gotta get rid of this water. Alright. Well, fortunately, there's a fast way to do it. This is why we do it in creative first. I'm gonna need those. Okay. How fast can I put these down? Can I beat the reforming water? I think I got it. Oops. So yes, as I was saying, the C++ language that Bedrock version is developed on is more difficult to work with than the Java version. It's much more efficient, which is why, yeah, that's right. Which is why it's used for the Bedrock version, because the Bedrock version is much more efficient code. It has to be, because it runs on not the most beefy of computational devices. It runs on tablets and phones and things like that, and consoles. In fact, I could not play. I do not have a computer that would be powerful enough to play the Java version, which is one of the main reasons that I play the Bedrock version. Although I don't play it on a computer, I play it on PC. So we're going to have to account for this. That's okay. I can do that. Okay. Now we can redo this. All right. So anyway, yes, the Bedrock to meet the same schedule as they co-develop these things, the Java version and the Bedrock version, they have to have a larger team, and the more people you add to a software development team, you lose more and more efficiency. And so it basically, what it boils down to is you can't just add people to a team and expect it to suddenly, oh, everyone will be... I got this uneven somewhere. How did I manage to do that? Straight up above my head. I went one too far that way. Oh, what? Really? Oh, yes, really. Oops. Okay, well, we can fix that. Yes. So yes, the Bedrock version comes out. The Java people drive the development, and so then they say, oh, we're going to release it this time, and to release it that time, the Bedrock people have to get the code done, and they can't get the code done that quickly. Oops. Without compromising the quality, so they end up compromising the quality. So the Bedrock version is buggier until something dramatically changes in the culture of how it's developed. The programmers can't, they care, but the creative heads at Mojang, they understand Java development. They do not necessarily understand the technical leads. Understand Java development. They don't necessarily understand how C++ development goes, and so The C++ team does the best they can with what they got, which is a lot of talent, but not a lot of time. So, okay, so that's what that looks like. And I'm actually going to make that larger. Do I want to make that larger? Yeah, I'm going to have to make that a little bit larger because actually I want to make it larger regardless. Because let's put this. Because if they land like right on that 1x1, it takes them longer to drop when that's right on the edge. So by widening it out, this I can get rid of. Anyway, what it all comes down to is I do not don't know what I want to do it? No, that's not what I want. No. I don't need to do it that way. This way is fine. Right? No. Now I'm getting myself confused. Is that right? I guess I'm just going to have to break this and figure out if I did it right. There we go. That's what I'm looking for exactly. So they'll come here and they'll fall down. And I want this to be wide. So I can do the same. Yeah. So the reason that's wide is then I can have this. If it's 2x2, well, I guess if it's 2x2, I could still do a minecart, but then I couldn't do, no, I couldn't do powered rails because it'd just be around in a circle. So 4x4 is the way to go. Anyway, this is 2 rails here, right? Yeah. Okay, so, and then underneath here will be whatever campfires. The campfires, I discovered something weird about campfires. I don't need this anymore. You can't place a campfire. Yeah, you cannot place a campfire on top of another campfire, but you can place them on top of nothing. Before I go too far at this, I should... Something else about campfires, and speaking of bugs in Bedrock, how is this? Yeah. See, these are full blocks, and so you shouldn't be seeing the smoke. And the smoke is actually not there. You did a test over here with beehives. If I put a slab there, if I put a bottom slab, it doesn't show the smoke. If I put a top slab, it shows the smoke, but it's actually not effective. You have no choice on Bedrock. It's a bug. You have to just dig a hole and put your thing down there and hope that the bees don't fly down there and hurt themselves, because they will hurt themselves. But if you put enough flowers around, they'll pop out. We'll see the flowers. They won't. It's incredibly rare that they would fly straight down far enough to hit the campfire if it's far enough down. Anyway. So, what do I want here? A shovel. And then this just has to go down a few. You just want it down far enough that the creepers won't be able to jump and hit their head in the water and bop around. So do this like down 3 will be enough, and then the floor. Something like that. Anyway, but first of all, let's at least 3, because I don't want them, they'll be bouncing, so there. They're gonna hit the water, they're gonna bounce up. Wee. Maybe one higher. I don't think I'll do it one higher. The idea is the creepers will walk off and they'll they'll land in the water when they walk off. And I don't want them bouncing up, hitting their head, as it were. Okay, where's the center here? Did you do that right? Is that the center? Whee! No, that was not the center. Is that the center? Where's the center? Okay, here. Here. Up. It's just temporary. Okay, now, did I do that right? Lined up here. And here. Okay, now I think I got that right. That's the center. I'm just going to test it with one layer, okay? And I guess I could have just used dirt here. I'm going to do all these rings. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and that's the last ring. They'll fall off here, and down they go. Okay, and then that's the wall. I don't know how long, I think I've said this, I don't know how long I'm going to go today. It might be the whole 3 hours. It might just be a couple hours, might just be 1 hour. It's been a long time since I streamed. I don't know how long my voice is going to hold out. Hold on a sec. Speaking of my voice, have to open another soda. But we're getting back to it. I cannot guarantee that let's put this up a little bit. Just so I know. I gotta stop here. Okay. I did not. I was gonna look to see how long it's been since I did my last stream. It's been more than the 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago Thursday is when Sardine, we had to put her to sleep, and so I took a couple weeks off. But actually, she had been sick for a couple weeks before that. We were scrambling, taking her to the doctor and stuff. So actually, I had been missing a lot of days of streaming before that. Oops. And just to test this with one layer, I'm just going to put a solid roof over it. Or I'll put a tinted glass roof over it. Okay. That's how that works. And I need at least one more layer of rings. So I can put the trapdoors in the right spots. But that's the only place that's going to have water. They're just going to walk off from here out. Look at my consistency here. I knew as soon as I said something. Didn't go down low enough. Yeah, one off. Obviously, I don't need to make these even, but I was getting in a rhythm. I have, 2 cats I had, Sardine and, Tuna. Tuna's 12, Sardine was 11. 11 years is, for a cat that was born with a kidney problem, 11 years is pretty good lifespan, actually. We, me and my roommate helped. We would give her fluid treatments, basically like saline under the skin. Every 3 days. We had been doing that for 7 years since we found out about her issues when she was 4. And so we did everything we could. Gave her as happy a life as we could with the issues she had. It's odd, you do something there. It's so much easier to have one cat, take care of one cat, than multiple cats. Now the tuna is alone, we can put his food out. And not have to cover it up or, separate. And he eats. He doesn't have a special. Well, he eats special food, but it's not prescription special food. He has issue with hairball, so he eats hairball control food. Where Sardine obviously was on kidney care food, renal care food. So it's a lot less trouble to take care of one cat than two, regardless. And with Sardine's issues, she took up a lot of time. So it's cheaper. It takes less time to take care of one cat. But I'm getting older. I don't sound like it, but I'm actually in my 60s. And so I'm at an age where if I got another cat now, people are going to ask, "Oh, you lost one cat. Don't you want to get another cat?" Well, first of all, I wouldn't want to do that to a 12-year-old cat, suddenly bring someone new in. He does seem like he misses her. He's kind of been mopey, and but he has a eye infection right now. That might be part of it too. But he's not going to adjust to a new cat. It's kind of, you don't want to do that to an older cat. He really reacted. He was an only cat for a year, and he did not react well to having having Sardine brought into the house. Okay, let's see. So 1, 2, 3. Right. And as I was saying, because I'm getting older, Tuna will probably be the last cat I own, because even if I got another cat now, if I waited till Tuna's lifespan ends, or if I got it right away, the cat would still be, I'd still be like in my 80s, potentially, and still taking care of a cat. And one, I'm not sure I'm going to live into my 80s because I have my own issues. And I would not want to do that to a cat. I don't have anyone really to, take care of it, and I don't want to, in the cat's waning years, to suddenly be orphaned. Plus, even though one cat is easier to take care of than two, it's still a lot to take care of. And if I'm in my 80s, my cat's going to be that was not done right, was it? If I'm old and decrepit and the cat's old and decrepit, I'll have a harder time taking care of an old and decrepit cat. All right. Let's temporarily put a roof on here. And this is not going to be a tremendously efficient farm, because it's only one chunk. If I wanted it to be efficient, I'd do at least 4 chunks. And I was tempted to do that, I get maybe efficient isn't the word, yield, high yield. And I may eventually change it out to do that, but for now, I'm just going to do it like this, one chunk, because it's going to be up in the air, and I don't want it to be too big looking. So, actually, if I do enough layers, though, because of the way the spawn mechanics work, it's only going to spawn, 8 or whatever it is, or 5, or I don't know, whatever it is, cave spawns at a time. I think it's 8. And then 8 surface spawns. The bigger, after a while, you're not going to get any more efficiency. Now, having one chunk is not very good, but you can't make it super large, because you're not going to get more than whatever the number of spawn at a time is going to spawn anyway. Giving them more spawnable locations will help, but after a while, it catch up to you, and those extra spawn locations won't matter. Okay. They should be able to spawn there now, but they won't spawn while I'm standing here yet. And I think you can still see that, right? Let me keep it light in here. All right, now we do the thing. This is the most time-consuming. We can actually let me do the buttons first. That doesn't matter. And I never did. I'm suspicious that the efficiency is less in the corners than if I just did strips, because I guess I could put a trapdoor here, couldn't I? I did it like this. It's probably the way to do it. Put an extra trapdoor. In the designs I've seen, they don't have a trapdoor in the corner here. So that, they just do this and it looks good. But then there isn't a trapdoor on the corner here. So if a creeper spawns like here, it won't know that this is a possible way to walk off. So there. Now they'll know to walk off that way. Anyway. Excuse me a second. So my streaming schedule, Monday, I hope to be streaming again. I'm hoping that the new version, the 1.19.10, will be out. by Tuesday. They always release it on a Tuesday. So by Wednesday stream, the patch release will be out. This is what I'm hoping. Oops. But so regardless, any stream I do Monday will be again in creative, or maybe I'll do the preview, or maybe I won't even do Minecraft. I am planning on doing some other games besides Minecraft. Yeah, see, this is all gonna be filled in. I guess I don't have to do all that now. But I'm doing it now. Just to get my bearings here. So yeah, Monday night, Wednesday night, Saturday mornings, Minecraft, and then I purposely made it so I couldn't, so creepers couldn't walk through, but I can't walk through either. Spectator mode's going to be in 1.19. That's going to be nice. Are they all done? No, they're not all done. That one is not done. I've been watching a lot of Rogue Legacy 2. I don't know how many of you have ever heard of Rogue Legacy, but Rogue Legacy 2 is a sequel to Rogue Legacy, in case you couldn't figure that out. All right, let's see how this is going to work. Actually, let's put these in. There. 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 Okay? Oh, I forgot I didn't do the outside. Gotta do the outside too. I was gonna do this after I did the buttons, but I'm not. I'll just finish off this ring. The alternative, and I'm kind of testing this out, the alternative is to do what I did with, make it a 4 chunk, and do what I did with the salmon farm, with a much larger platform for the magma blocks. In case you know how I did the salmon farm, it was a 4 chunk area, so 16 by Not 16 by 16. 32 by 32 space, which is a lot of magma blocks. I would like to avoid doing all that. So we'll see. That's pretty efficient. The 4 chunk is pretty efficient. I may end up doing 4 chunks because of that. But I'm going to test this out. I'll do some measurements. I'll do some AFKing. See what I get once I get it all put together. All right, now the buttons. We have the other one. Is that right? Yeah, like a checkerboard. Not exactly a checkerboard. Yeah, these have to be here, right? Because it can't be if it's there. Be there. Could it be there? No, it can't be there because it thinks it could still spawn on the. Got to make sure spiders don't spawn. That's a big deal. Okay. Oops, not there. Is that right? Maybe this is the problem. It'll think that the spider, but the spider won't spawn there because it's a trapdoor. How did that work? Why wouldn't a spider be able to spawn here if this is open? Yeah, this is a 2x2 area. I could find this and think, oh, this is I can spawn here. That space would have to be taken away. Right? Now, only in one corner will it matter, but I don't know what the corner is. How does that even work? So the same thing here. Maybe that's why there's no trapdoor there? That may be why there's no trapdoor there. But it will spawn. Spiders won't. Do they have to have spawnable spaces and all for? Maybe that's the thing. Well, it's worth testing. I'm thinking that's not going to work because it will spawn there thinking, oh, these are all full blocks. But they're not all spawnable because you can't spawn on the trapdoor, right? Well, let's see. We'll keep going. Whoops. Ah, not that. Monday, I'm in the U.S. Monday is a holiday. I'm stopping because I'm looking at it. This is right, right? Well, we'll test this out. Okay, now that's where the buttons go. Now where the buttons aren't is where the trapdoors go. Nothing will spawn there. The creepers will spawn here. Getting close to being able to test this out. And what I was saying is I'll test the efficiency off camera, and if the efficiency is terrible, then I won't use this design. I'll go with the 4-chunk design, which is basically the floor layout will be the same. It's just that it'll be more rail carts, more materials to do a 4-chunk design, which I would like to avoid if I can. If the efficiency is decent. I'm not trying to do a super efficient, super high yield farm. I'm just needs a little bit of gunpowder. All right. I will definitely test the yield. I might even test it in a, well, I was thinking I might test it in a copy of my world, but a creative copy of my world, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'll test it here. Okay, so did I miss any place? Those will be the spawn areas. And then up several layers. And close all of these trapdoors. Oh, actually, what am I thinking? I don't need to do campfires. The campfires are because of spiders. I'm not going to have spiders, so I won't have to do the campfires. So I can just do regular blocks. I'm, in my head, I'm singing Whistle While You Work. Hold on a second, I need another throat lavender. So yeah, I was saying I've been watching Rogue Legacy 2 Let's Plays. I do have the game on Xbox. I'm tempted to stream some of that. I'm utterly, embarrassingly terrible at it, though. But my Minecraft streams are going to be scheduled. All other games are, yeah, too short this one, are not going to be scheduled. Okay, so we just use regular blocks here. Three. And so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then below that will be magma blocks. For those of you, most of you will not have ever heard of Rogue Legacy. There goes my, oh, I knocked the sign off, didn't I? Yep, there went my torches. Probably shouldn't mark the center of this with torches. Use some other block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, that should be right. Now magma blocks. Actually, I should have used tinted glass here so I could see them dying. Good, now I get to do this over. I don't know what's in here. Rogue Legacy 2, I was saying, is a platformer. It's, and I'm terrible at platformers, but it's a roguelite platformer. And I'm into adventure games. I'm into RPGs. So it's a RPG platformer. A rogue-like game is a game that is like the game of Rogue, where you get equipment and stuff, build up, but you only have one life. Well, a roguelite, you don't just have one life, but, I mean, you have, once you die, that character dies, but there is still meta progression. that happens. You still build up your character capabilities. And the way how that is possible is because in Rogue Legacy, when you die, you have an heir. You pick an heir that inherits all of your stuff, your money, and your meta progression. You know, the good armor you've collected, and etc., etc. So, okay, now I think I am ready to plug this in. And go over here. Oh, already I see creepers spawning. Oh, I do see a spider. That was my concern. Wait, where was that spider? Oh, that's... I thought, oh, I'm going to make it high enough that spiders won't spawn, but no, I made it too high. That's why the spider's spawning. Okay. What? I heard a skeleton. Oh, maybe the skeleton was somewhere else. Oh, wait. What's here? Are there bones here? Yeah, there's bones here. Okay, so that something didn't work. I missed a trap door somewhere? Anyway, I realize the problem here is, well, actually, I gotta make this lower. Because spiders can still spawn there. Alternatively, I could have just placed buttons on the spawning areas, but I couldn't reach in there to put the buttons unless I broke the glass anyway. Off camera, I will put lights in so I can disable this. Oh, there's a creeper. You spawn... How did you... Did you spawn with your head in the... Interesting. Did he spawn with his head in the glass? Maybe I will have to put, You can't spawn on the glass. You can just spawn with their head in the glass? It might be. It might work that way. You would think he would have suffocated, though. Nah. Oh, there's a cave nearby! So probably what I'll do, though, is other days of the week, do some driving games. But I don't want to be restricting myself to just driving games. Like I was playing Dirt Rally 2 exclusively on the other days. They're not going to be scheduled. Only my Minecraft streams will be scheduled. So if you want to watch something other than Minecraft, you'll have to follow and turn on notifications. Then you'll know when I'm streaming. You can't just check the schedule for them, in other words. And right now I have it. It says something like my not online says check the schedule for dates and times of streaming. Well, that's not. I'm gonna change that wording because I will have streams that are not on schedule. Okay, we're getting close to the test here. I'm a little distressed about that skeleton. I would not be surprised if something changed so that it doesn't work. They'll still spawn under trapdoors or something. I don't know. There's all kinds of things I might have done wrong. I wonder if skeletons might spawn because of that trapdoor. Will they spawn on the trapdoor? That might be the case. That would be interesting. I'm experimenting here to see if those extra trapdoors in the corner. Actually, this is going to be daylight here, so they won't spawn here. That's fine. Just to be... Nothing will be spawning in the daylight. Okay, is it all dark down there now? Did I miss something? It's not dark there. I missed something. I do want to open this up right now, right? Do I or don't I? I think I'm done. Okay, where's my over 32 blocks away stand? This is 32 blocks away from there, not from here. I can actually make another little area here. What can I get rid of here? Creeper egg. Oh, arrow. Definitely don't need the arrow. Interesting. Anyway, I don't know why I'm going through all that. Because I can. Oh, I see a creeper. There he goes. Right, this is the only layer that should have things spawning. And the only thing that should be spawning is creepers. Let me make good and sure I'm over 32 blocks away. I suppose I could set up the rail line real fast and the hopper. Yeah, the efficiency of this is not going to be great. Well, I'm only doing one layer. I need to do many, many more layers to really gauge the efficiency. I am concerned about that skeleton, though. Let me see what's in here. Nothing right now. Okay, I can see what falls here now. And the answer is not much. What I may end up doing is some structure blocks and just copy it through that. Okay, anything want to spawn? There are not a lot of spawn spaces there. That's why you need a whole big stack of them. At least 4 of them. I just want to make sure nothing but creepers can spawn. Okay, there's a creeper. And he's just standing there. There he goes. Now I decided to walk. Where is he walking? Where was he walking? I closed all of those trap doors, right? Was he just walking across the buttons? Well, he did eventually fall down. This is probably not coming through on video, but I can't even do it this way. All right, well, there's one creeper. Ta-da. Let me actually do the rail line and all that. Easy enough to do. And arbitrarily pick. Let's not pick the side I might want to look through. Or do I? Sure. Doesn't matter. I picked up something, didn't I? Gunpowder. And regular rails. Ah! First try! It's not easy to get that pattern right. And... oops. Ah, no, I'm going to ruin it. I forgot I got to put a chest there. Yeah, should have given myself more room. Okay. And hopper. Yeah, I need to do it. Okay. Got it. Now chest. Whatever. Oh, that's right. This has to be a slab. Actually, I usually make them all slabs, except for, where the powered rails are. Oh well, I can fix that. All right. And fix the rail there. And fix the magma blocks there. And put down my hopper minecart. And get it started. Oops. Get it started. All right. And figure out why I'm so disoriented. All right, over here. That's what I should do. I should put the glass panes underneath. Stagger them like that, then I'll know. there. That's not weird. Okay, that's weird. It looks like it's dark. I did not mess that up. Hmm. Yes, one chunk, one layer, the efficiency is terrible, but I will be making multiple layers. I kind of don't want to copy the structure and paste it in until I'm sure that I'm not going to get anything other than creepers. Still wondering why that skeleton spawned. Riveting content. Oh boy, we're having interesting. We're having some interesting frame something here. Do I have the? I gotta check to see if the random tick something maybe off. No, random tick speed is 1. Okay. Interesting. Does it look like that over there too? Yeah, it does. Ah, there's the creeper, and he goes in the water, and down he goes. Now, the idea of this is to have, when they land in the water, have that less than 32 blocks away. So you have to very carefully position this. The idea is they fall. In fact, I might make this more than just a few blocks, give myself some buffer. Maybe make it 6 blocks instead of the 4 or something. So that they will spawn there, but then when they fall here into the water, they'll be within 32 blocks, so they will not randomly despawn. So that while they're bouncing along trying to drop down, now they will still randomly despawn until they walk off. That's something that I can't really do anything about, unless I want to put like 20 cats on every level, which I don't want to do. So we're still kind of slave to the whims of when the creepers decide to walk off the edge there. I don't know what the new music is. This is nice, original Minecraft music. I don't know what new music they have for 1.19. I haven't really checked it out. Anyway, while I'm waiting here, I can talk about my beloved kitty cat a little bit more. My kitty cats, the one that's still here and the one that passed. When on the closing screen, I'm going to have a in memoriam picture. I don't have a lot of good pictures. My one roommate has taken a bunch of pictures. I have to check with him, see if I can get more pictures of Sardine. But she had a lot of weird idiosyncrasies, other than, you know, her kidneys, which was a sad idiosyncrasy. But she would, the other cat, Tuna, I mentioned briefly that he has an issue with hairballs. And so we have medicine for him. He has hairball food, hairball control food. We brush and vacuum. They were both short hairs, but still has a problem with hairballs. The Sardine would, rather than licking her hair herself, she never had a hairball, because instead of licking up her own hair, she would like chew it out, like a bird preening its feathers or something. She'd like, and then she'd spit it out on the floor. And then Tuna would come along and he'd eat the hair. So I never got a video of it. My vet, when I described it to her, she thought, oh, you got to get a video of that. Send me the video. I never had a chance to get it. But sometimes I'd walk in the kitchen and she'd have, because you could really tell in the linoleum, she'd be sitting there and there'd be a whole ring of hair around her. She was pulling it all out. So we had to follow her around the house. Me and my roommates would follow her around, especially with one roommate. Would keep looking for tufts of hair on the ground. Okay, there's another creeper who fell. So far, just creepers. So yeah, then Tuna would come along and lick it up. Make things even worse. So for a while, he was not wanting to take his hairball control. There's basically this petroleum jelly, a medicine, but with flavoring and stuff. Trying to give him a little bit of that every day. Keep let the hairball pass through easier, or come up easier too. That's the trouble is if it's not able to come up, if it gets stuck there. Okay, there's a creeper, and there down he goes. So I'm going to have to AFK here for a long period of time, see if there's if I get any spiders. That's what I'm worried about, that I might get a spider in that one corner, and the spider will never fall off by putting that extra trap door down, if that's a problem in the corners there. It may still be more efficient to just do strips rather than rings, since they're falling down here on this thing. It's really not necessary to do rings. I could just do like a row, skip a row, skip a row, which may end up being what I do. It's just a style point to have them in rings, I think. Although, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe the rings help them walk to a corner and then drop off. I don't know. I could do, I could build both and then do a bunch of comparison tests, which would be a pain, and I would hate to do it, so I won't. Back to my cats. Tuna is the snuggler. He likes to sleep on top of me. I'll take a nap. I'll lay down, and he crawls up on top of me. Sardine would lay down next to me, lay on a pillow next to me. She'd also lay down next to my roommate, go up on her bed. So But she would not get on anyone's lap. She hated to be on people's laps. Or Tuna, I'll put a pillow on my, if he wants to be on my lap and I don't have a pillow there, he'll just crawl on my lap. But he prefers it if I had a pillow or something else, or if I'm laying flat. Doesn't want to lay on my bumpy legs. Interesting thing, when the vet came, and we got, I mentioned, in home euthanasia. So everyone was here, me and my 2 roommates, and the doctor. Got to spend a few hours with her, and then the doctor came in. Sardine was a terror at the vet, absolute terror. They had to put a muzzle on her. They had, she was so sweet around here. Tuna would be the rambunctious one, and he would like play bite and end up biting harder than he thought he should. But and Sardine was really sweet and nice. But at the vet, she was utterly a monster, a terror. I remember seeing her chart, I guess it is, something summary for the visit that was coming up, and they have it printed up in capital letters with highlighting, "Caution, will bite." And they treated her that way. They had to have always at least 2 techs holding her down before the doctor could do anything. Sometimes they need a 3rd tech in there to clean up the mess if Sardine used her secret weapon. She would, on at least one occasion, poor thing was so crazed and scared that she would defecate. But she was so sweet at home and such a terror there. And Tuna is rambunctious here, but you take him to the vet and he's totally calm. They're such they're opposites of each other, and opposite reaction between how they acted at the vet and how they react at home. I mentioned Tuna's got an eye infection right now, probably conjunctivitis. I took him in. They did the stain, looked at it. There's no scratches or ulcerations or anything like that, but his eye is very weepy. And he does have allergies to dust and things like that. So if he'll find a dusty place, and we live in a really dusty neighborhood. There's a major highway not too far away. There's a factory right across the street. There's major rail lines just on the other side of the highway. So pretty dusty area here. And the apartment leaks. So it's not like it's completely airtight here. So yeah, his eyes will run sometimes because of that. But the one eye was really weeping, so I took him to the doctor. And he's had conjunctivitis before. So, and it was looking better. We have ophthalmic antibiotic ointment. And it was looking better. Got to keep it up for at least 10 days. And he was looking better, but the last couple of days, he hasn't quite completely stopped being weepy yet. I'm giving him an allergy pill, antihistamine, because I don't want it running too much. If there is an infection, I don't want it spreading. And also we're rinsing the eye out with saline Saline equivalent. I say saline equivalent because it's actually lactated ringers, which is actually better balance than saline. They use it for animals a lot. Usually it's not used for humans, though. They use saline for humans, which is kind of weird. It's supposed to be a better balance of electrolytes than regular saline. Just pouring some more fluid here. Well, so far all I've seen is creepers. So yeah, 10 days is up tomorrow, but I might go a few days more. She didn't like culture his eye goop or anything to see if there's bacteria is growing. That'd be really hard to do anyway. Not a large quantity and easily contaminated. She suspects it may not be bacterial. Aha! Spider! You there. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know I had an issue. Okay. We will get rid of those corners. So far, that was the only issue, though. Excuse me. I don't want you here. Okay. That answers that question. And hopefully this now will work. Although I still, like here, okay, that can't spawn that. But the question is here. With the trapdoor there, I think it was still thinking it could spawn there. Does this need to be... Does there need to be like a button here? I might need something else here that they can't spawn on. I don't know. We'll see. But this is... Without these trapdoors in the corner is the arrangement I've always seen. Now, if this isn't completely reliable, then I may just do the strips. I didn't put trapdoors. I am supposed to put trapdoors here. I just forgot to do that. Could be one reason why the creeper was walking around. If it spawned here, it did not have a quick path to walk off. Okay. Just double checking here to make sure I didn't miss any trapdoors. But it still concerns me that one skeleton spawning. If skeletons spawn, that's cool, they'll fall down. If spiders spawn, there's no room for them to fall down. So it's very important that spiders don't spawn. You have to just wait for them to despawn, which is very inefficient. And actually, just checking with the drops, there's no way to verify that spiders won't spawn. I actually would have to sit here and watch. I'm glad I did that, because they'll never fall down. They'll just eventually despawn, but that'll destroy the efficiency. Which makes me think, I could just put another button here, etc. Over buttonify it. This pattern is weird. Why would a spider not spawn here? I'm thinking that that has to be, that spawn space has to be disallowed. Just in those corners. Which should be okay. How could I disallow a spawn there? I mean, this is... My initial thought is something like, I guess I could do this. Like that. I can't put just a button there. And see, that's a creeper could walk over there, though. That's a problem. I could just do a column up. Well, the easiest thing to do would be to just do this. Take away a spawn space from the creeper. Of course, now I don't want to get rid of those spawn spaces if I don't have to. Ah! The pattern would be better if I could do it with an odd number rather than 2 by 2 in the middle, but then I couldn't set up a rail line. I suppose I could do it. I'm really tempted to just do strips. I'm not sure what the advantage of the rings is over the strips. Okay, well, I got rid of those trapdoors. We'll see if that's enough to keep the spiders out of there. Go down here and get rid of things that aren't gunpowder. Wait, why is nothing in there? Is everything in here? Everything's in here. Why is it not, why isn't it picking up? That is a hopper there, right? Great! It worked over here, right? With just a single hopper? Oh, does it have to be a hopper in a hopper? No. It doesn't have to be a hopper in a hopper. This was just for the item sorter, right? Yeah, and I put the thing up too high because I brought this down more. Let's okay. Interesting. Why would it need two hoppers? Okay, I do have two powered rails here and here. I don't think that would make a difference, but I'll go ahead and do that. No idea why that might make a difference. I mean, that makes no sense why that would make a difference. Oh, one thing that I had that on the end, didn't I? That might matter. Give it more time. Yeah. Around the corner might make it better. Let me just do that, make that change. Put these back to regular. So picky. Turn those off. And put it here instead. All right, and hopper. And rail. And I need slab here. I suppose I can get rid of this too. Oh, piggy. And just here. rail here. Okay, now it'll go around the corner, which slows it. Around the corner, slows it. And looky there. It worked. Alright, now I know. I've done so many of these. And yet, it's still possible to mess it up. At some point, this will probably stop working and I'll have to do the stop, thing, but, yeah, you get it so it goes around the corner. Not in a straightaway, around a corner. Because around the corner is just slow enough that the rail can grab it from underneath. Okay, anyway, so where was I? I was getting rid of junk. Where did all the... I guess I pulled all the... That's weird. I guess I pulled all the gunpowder out. I saw it in my inventory. Did I pull it out of the... out of this thing? Okay, nothing's there. Okay. Is it raining? No. Oh, water's dripping because of the water there. All right. I can go back. Let's see now if I get no more spiders. If I do get the occasional spider, it will despawn because it can't fall down. But obviously that hurts the efficiency considerably. If I do get a spider though, I'll find some way of... I'm gonna just do strips, I think. I could see where it would think that it could spawn there because of the trapdoor. Because it thinks trapdoors, even open trapdoors, are blocks that it can walk across. But I don't understand why it would, because there is a 2x2 area there. I think I do have to put an extra block, couple blocks there or something. What can I put there that's freestanding, that's non-spawnable? Yeah, it would be a bottom slab somehow. I mean, he could just put 2 blocks there. I can't put a block that the creeper will walk across, because then it could just walk across and walk on the next ring and keep walking across. It'd take much longer to fall down. If I put, you guys have any, oh, Saybones subscribed. 9 months. He should have a new badge. Well, he doesn't have a new badge because he's a founder. But he didn't stop in the chat. Might just have it on automatic renewal. Thanks, Seabones. You're watching this after the fact. Love you, brother. Sorry I've been lax. this last month, but circumstances being what they are. So yeah, I'm thinking like a fence post. Maybe a fence post, freestanding fence post. And the creeper won't, come on, bounce, bounce, bounce. Then creeper won't, I had another thought in my head, so I stopped. Creeper won't walk through it, and it's rather than having just 2 blocks in the air, that might work. Spider won't spawn it. Spider will still think it's a non-spawnable area. Nothing will spawn on it, obviously. Maybe that's the thing to do. Rather than just having a button. I can't put a button in the air because it has to be on something, but I could put a fence post in the air. We'll see. If I get spider spawning, maybe I'll do that. Then I could still have that corner spot as a spot the creeper could spawn on. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. If I get any spiders, I think that'll solve the problem. Put a fence post in the area where I had the extra trapdoor, but I got rid of the trapdoor now. But I still can't figure out why spiders wouldn't spawn there. And it's only going to be in the one direction, but I don't know which one of the 4 corners it's going to be. So it's pretty rare. Probably lucky I actually saw one. Because I don't know which corner it is, but a spider will look and see, oh, here's a spawnable space. Are there spaces around me to spawn? And the spaces around it are going to be, is there one to the east, one to the south, one to the southeast, if that's what the bias is. And so in the one corner where it could possibly spawn in that area, so maybe it's not worth doing anything about. Because it'd only be one pretty rare event. And if I put the fence post, I don't want to have to figure out which one it is and do directional and all that stuff, but I put the fence post there. Come on, creeper. Walk off. That might be the way to do it. Just to be absolutely sure. The creepers will not try to walk through there, which will make them a little less efficient. Since the spiders won't walk off, though, without sitting here and looking for an hour, I have no way of knowing whether a spider spawns or not. I suppose a test I could do would be to have a spot that's completely dark, make it the only spawnable place for a spider. I'd have to put the lights into here. So I could turn this off. And just set up an area that's like 2 by 2 with a wide area to spawn to walk off around it. So make it 1 tall, and then let it walk off into a collection bin like that. I like the idea of putting the fence posts in, just to be extra sure. I've not seen anything on video saying that there's a possibility of getting a spider in here. And waiting for it to despawn, if it's only like 33 blocks away, would definitely hurt the efficiency. But not, you know, tremendously much. If it's only going to be one out of the four corners. But no, it's going to be one out of the four corners on every ring. So yeah. So let's see what I mentioned. I don't have a lot of money right now. I have some expenses, including for my cat. Although I do have insurance, which will cover. I have pet insurance, True Companion. I really like the insurance. I have zero deductible, which is very expensive, but then I don't argue with over whether it's a new. If it's a new thing or not a new thing. Like my cat is the second time he's had conjunctivitis, tuna. Is that going to be considered a second instance of the same conjunctivitis? Probably not. So then I'd have $100 deductible, let's say. And yeah, it's just the savings doesn't seem worth it. But the things they don't cover exam fees. They pay 90% of what they cover. They don't cover exam fees, and exam fees can be $50 to $200 depending. Like this quick trip I made to my regular vet to check him out for his conjunctivitis. It was, I think, $60 or something for the exam fee. And then there was the medication and tests and all that stuff, which the insurance covers 90% of, but they don't cover exam fees. And they explain why, and it makes sense from their point of view why they don't cover exam fees. Because exam fees are more like upkeep of the facility fee. And they don't cover regular things like vaccinations and stuff like that. But and then 90%. So when I bring the exam fees for him this last time were $60. That's not bad. $60 US. But when Sardine was in overnight in the ER, it was like 2 examinations. One was like 150, and the other, like 2 of them for $150 each, because one doctor examined her, the ER doctor examined her, and then somebody else examined her, like on 2 different shifts or something. I don't remember exactly how it went, but so they didn't cover like $300 of it, and then 90% of everything else they covered. So what I'm getting at is cats are expensive. So even, you know, she's been sick, and so I've spent a lot of money on getting her tests and stuff that slowly getting reimbursed for, but cash in hand is an issue. So the reason I brought all this up is thank you, C-Bones. But also, I haven't been buying any games recently. So the games that I have now that I would like to play, I said I have Rogue Legacy 2. I've got one baseball game. It's not the real like the MLB. It's like Super Slugger something, whatever. It's a fun game. I'm terrible at that. I have one shooter game that I played on stream a few times. I have action RPG that I played. Titan Quest is the action RPG. The shooter is an old game, Perfect Dark. And then I got a whole bunch of racing games. What else do I have that's not a racing game? Minecraft. Oh, I have Rocket League. Oh, I'm horrible at Rocket League. So there's lots of games I could play that I would just completely embarrass myself. And there's a bunch of racing games where I embarrass myself, but a little bit less. Less than completely embarrassing myself. Rocket League is probably a no-go because I would have to play that. You can't really play it. It's not really a game you can play solo. You can play against... if you don't know what Rocket League like, it's basically soccer with cars. You drive around in cars and knock the ball, and then you can fly. The cars let you fly up and stuff. But if you don't know Rocket League, what's the matter with you? It's a very popular game. But the AI is horrible. It's just horribly programmed. It's really meant to be a multiplayer game where you play against other players. They do have an option to play against the AI, but the AI doesn't use any kind of decent strategy. They've never bothered to program a realistic kind of AI strategy. Did he go down? Did he die that quickly? Or did he despawn? I bet he despawned. This is where having this water level less than 32 blocks really will come in handy. They won't despawn like that. Right now, because I'm on the side, it's still within 32 blocks. And down he goes. Now he won't despawn because he's taking damage. But on the water level is where it's the problem. So far I don't see any spiders. So yeah, those are the games I want to play. I want to get back to streaming. Probably not 7 days a week, but more like 5 days a week. 3 of those days will be Minecraft, and then 2 days for something else. Right now, my Minecraft schedule is still going to be Monday evenings, U.S. Central Time, Wednesday evenings, U.S. Central Time, and then Saturday afternoons, U.S. Central Time. And then probably have unscheduled streams. What was I thinking? I don't remember what I was thinking. Tuesday, Thursday. So I'd have streams Monday through Thursday and then Saturday. And I was doing Tuesday, Thursday day time streams. But these are going to be unscheduled. So the Tuesday, Thursday streams would be anytime between 12:30 in the afternoon to starting at no later than 9:30 probably. Or no. Sometime they would start sometime between 12:30 and 6:30. I don't have to be available to feed the cats at 6 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. My roommate will do that. It's much easier since it's just the one cat and he doesn't have... The other thing Sardine had is she needed pills and stuff, and that was not something one person could do on their own because, like I said, she's crazy. She's sweet for us, but that doesn't mean that she wouldn't still spit all of her pills out. So one person would have to hold her while the other person... Well, my roommate would hold her while I cranked her mouth open and shoved a pill in it and then squirt water down her throat so that she would actually swallow it. It was a 2-person job. But now on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I can be available anytime to stream. Those will not be scheduled. And I don't know what game I'll be playing. I'm just making it up as I go along. And I might even stream other days, but I want to at least try to do Tuesday, Thursdays on a somewhat regular basis. I might, I could also change, I don't know. I'll have to think about. What I don't want to do is have a Friday night stream and a Saturday morning stream. Although I could do that if it's, I don't want to have a Minecraft stream Friday night and Saturday morning because those are too close together. And the Minecraft streams I'm going to process for YouTube. The other streams I'm not going to be processing for YouTube. The unscheduled streams, I'll just stream when it's over. It's over. So I've got a lot more flexibility. I don't have to do anything when it's done to chop it up. There's another creeper. Still no spiders so far. That's good. Yep, he despawned. This is why it probably doesn't matter if I get the occasional spider. Like I said, the only way I could make this more efficient is if I was able to put cats in a bunch of places, which is way too much trouble than it's worth. So I got about 15 minutes left in the stream. Or so. I don't know how long I've been going so far. We'll see how much gunpowder I got, and maybe it'll be a half an hour or so. Let's say a half an hour. Very inefficient, only one layer. Gonna have at least four layers of cave spawns, and then the one layer on the top, which will be surface spawns. Which will add to the efficiency quite a bit. I think this will probably be good enough. Oh, there's a bat in there. Good. Go away, bat. It means it's dark. It's dark enough to have bats. That's good. He like despawned immediately, that bat. So yeah, loose schedule right now. Sticking to Monday night, Wednesday night, and Saturday afternoon for Minecraft, and then the other days of the week, whatever moves me. Oh, I was saying I don't want to do a stream like Friday night and then again Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon. Not if I have to process the Friday night stream. But so I won't be having Minecraft Friday night. Though I could stream something else Friday night. If I wanted to get in another Minecraft stream, what I would probably do is Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday in the evenings. Because then I go from Saturday afternoon to Sunday evening more easily. Some of that will depend if I end up joining an SMP server, or maybe I'll have my friend Casey was talking about doing an adventure map together. That I would chop up for YouTube, so I would probably take one of those days. I don't know when she's available. It would be a weekday afternoon my time thing, I think. She's 7 hours, I think. She's in South Africa, I think 7 hours later than me. So 12:30 my time is 12:30 p.m. my time is 7:30 p.m. her time. There's another creeper. Walk off, buddy. Walk off. I see he looks like he's on a corner. Okay. Oh, another one went down there. Alright. That's weird. They take damage falling off through the water there? That's weird. Maybe briefly their head goes through that little strip of water. They take damage? Okay. So far, no spiders. That's a good sign. I did not see, I don't remember where that spider was spawned. Was it in that corner? I could look it up, what corner it's likely to be. I wouldn't have to keep scanning back and forth if I knew, oh, if it's going to spawn in these corners, so I'd only have to look at this half. I'm not sure how well I explained why only 1/4 of the corners the spiders might spawn, but it's good enough. So yeah, if anybody has any suggestions, if you're watching this after the fact on Twitch, you can whisper me. I'm open to whispers on Twitch. If you are watching this after the fact on YouTube, you can leave me a comment on the YouTube channel. I would like to grow the YouTube channel a little bit. Right now I have 20, I only got like something in the 20s subscribers on YouTube. And I need 100 to be able to do a custom URL, so I would like to try to get, I've got over 100 Twitch followers, like 123. But I need at least 100 subscribers on YouTube to apply for a custom URL, because right now the channel is like all kinds of letters and numbers. You can always search for Roll Cage TV. If you search for Roll Cage TV on YouTube, you'll find me, because all the content I've posted, I come up at the top of the list last time I checked. Look for the same old-timey racing cat profile picture. I'm going to mute again for a second while I unwrap another throat lozenge. My throat is definitely going here. But almost hitting the 3-hour mark. I'll be back again Monday. As I said, Monday evening, 6:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time. For a couple hours. I can actually do it 3 hours in the evening now, actually. I would only do it 2 hours because at 9 p.m. Every 3 days, we would be treating, giving Sardine her water treatments, but we don't have to do that now, so I can go through hours in the evenings. Although lately I haven't had, I'm struggling with trying to find something to do in the evenings, but I'll get this thing built. That's one of the things I'll be doing. All right, let's go see how much I got here. It hasn't quite been a half an hour. 4 pieces, that's terrible. But even eight pieces an hour is more than I got going now. That's just one platform. Once I get 4 platforms up here, and then a sky platform, I might have to test this. I'll test this more before I actually build it in my real world. It may very well be that I do the 4. If I do the 4 by 4, if I do the 4, sorry, rather than the 1 chunk, if I do the 4 chunk, I have to make sure that the rail lines don't interfere with each other. And one thing that I could do is just have this drop down 24 blocks or something far enough that the creepers will die on their own. But I don't even have to do that. They can just drop down a few like this and still do magma blocks all around. The other thing I could do is have just regular blocks with rail lines underneath. But that's kind of a pain to do. If you remember when I did the salmon farm, that's a lot of, it's 64 magma blocks per, so 4 stacks per chunk, 64 magma blocks. If I just had them fall down and didn't do the water. There's no reason not to do the water, but if it's a 4 chunk, that means the water is going to be more complicated. So, yeah. And I don't want it to be that big up in the sky, but I don't know. Maybe I'll end up doing that. It'll be much more efficient. And I can put the rail lines in. I did it for the... in one episode, I did the whole thing for the salmon farm. So, you know, just doing the rail lines is not a big part of that. Anyway, that is going to do it for me today, folks. It's been about 3 hours. Well, this basic plan works. I think I might end up doing the 4 chunk version. I'm not sure how efficient this is going to be. It'll be a little bit higher, you know, bigger up in the sky, but I'll live. I'll need to cut up a lot more blue wool, 4 times as much blue wool. Maybe more than 4 times. Surface area, no, each side would be 4 times. No, the sides won't be, yeah, the sides would be twice as wide. So it'll be less than 4 times now. The bottom will be 4 times, 4 chunks, but it's going to be just as high as it would be before. So it's going to be 2 chunks this way and 2 chunks that way. So the sides will only be twice as much. The bottom will be 4 times as much as 1 chunk. So lots of blue wool. But I got time to do the blue wool. So I think I may end up doing that. More complicated rail lines, more rail, more iron, but I got enough iron to do that. So yeah, I may end up doing that. I wouldn't need the water then. Unless I did do the water. If I figure out a good water pattern for 4 chunk, I'll do that. Anyway, that's going to do it for me today, folks. I'm going to go back over here and sign off in my on my nice spot here. Thanks for watching. I'm going to take a quick look here to see if there's someone to raid. Often it's not someone to raid. Nobody playing Dirt Rally. Sorry, there is somebody playing Dirt Rally. Nobody playing Minecraft. So I'm just gonna leave it here. I appreciate everyone watching. I hope you have a great evening, afternoon, night, whenever until I see you again. And thanks for sticking with me through this hiatus. My time off as well as the hiatus in my Let's Play. Hopefully I'll pick up the Let's Play again Wednesday. Hoping that Tuesday the new version will be out and I'll feel comfortable with it. The last beta came out. The beta that came out, the most recent beta that came out is for 19.20. So I think 19.10 is in the can. So I expect it to be released on Tuesday. Anyway, that is going to do it for me. I'm back. I'm might be gearing up slowly. I'm going to be back to 5 days a week, I think. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for being patient. Give a thought to my lovely cat Sardine and her brother, who is still with us. Anyway, I'm out of here. Bye to all of you, and good night to my sweet baby.